What the hell is up, Raider Nation? It's your boy, Mikey Raider. You like my moving camera? Is it freaking you out? I hope so. It's kind of cool, right? Ooh, yeah. All right, man, we just got finished with the NFL draft, and I wanted to give you my quick thoughts. I know most of you watched that hour, 20-minute video where I went over the draft picks, but one thing I forgot to do was mention the undrafted free agent picks. I forgot to put that on there. I wanted to share with everybody who the Raiders signed and who they didn't sign. I'll have to do that on the next video. We can go over that a little bit more in detail. But please do me a favor, hit that thumbs up, that like, that subscribe button. Consider becoming a member for a couple of bucks. Help me buy some tacos, pay my bills. I appreciate that, and I love you. But long story short, I just wanted to quickly leave a video message and say, how happy are you with the Raiders looked in this year's draft? Am I the only one, and I'm asking this seriously, am I the only one that actually understood the actual draft process for the Raiders and why they picked certain players, why they doubled down on certain players, why they did what they did, and why they bypassed people like Shadur Sanders and stuff like that? And we finally have big boys in the room? I don't know. Is it just me, or do you feel different? I'm not saying the Raiders are every Raider they drafted are Pro Bowlers. I'm not saying we're going to the Super Bowl. I'm not saying we're going to the playoffs. I'm not even saying we'll be 500. But I will make an announcement when the schedule comes out on May 14th. I'm going to predict the wins and losses early like every fucking Raider YouTuber. And I'm probably going to be right, because I always am. I mean, I'm fucking Mikey Raider. You motherfuckers that don't know me should have known that I'm always fucking right. Look at my former mock drafts. They should have got every player that I had in my former mock drafts. They would have had playoff teams. But you know, the Raiders are gonna Raider. So, Mikey Raider's gonna Mikey Raider, and Mikey Raider's the fucking guru. We'll leave it at that. But am I the only one that just thinks the Raiders finally got big boys in the room? And maybe that's because of Pete Carroll. We got a veteran coach that knows the system, and I wasn't happy that he got signed. I kept thinking he's too old, and you know, I have all the fears that everybody else have. And I'm still worried about his health. I mean, he looked really bad at draft weekend. When he was doing the press conferences after, he was slurring his words, talking like Mikey Raider. Um, was he having a stroke? Did he have too much caffeine in him? Was it too long of a day? I fear for Pete Carroll. I mean, you can only hold up that fake energy for so long. Did I call it fake energy? It is. Not all of it. Some days are going to be better than others. Some days are better than others. Some days are better than others. I got my Morrissey in for the day. Yeah. But we got Pete Carroll, man. And he knows how to right the ship. And I'm really appreciative of that. And then we got John Spytek. We got a GM, a younger GM, that has already scouted players with his tenure with Tampa Bay, and he helped build them into a Super Bowl championship by adding one fucking piece in Tom Brady in 2020. That's right. They had a Super Bowl caliber team already with John Spytek and the other people, and all they did was add, you know, the greatest quarterback, allegedly. I don't know if I want to give it to him. I'm a little bit of a hater, even though he's a Raider now. Still a little bit of a hater. But they added Tom Brady. Next thing you know, they're in the Super Bowl. Would that have happened if he went to the Raiders? I doubt it. Remember when he was supposedly going to come to the Raiders and John Gruden said no, they vouched for Derek Carr. Oh, shit, did I say his name? But John Spytek is young, go-getter, and he's building through the draft with depth. He's doubling down on pieces that we need, and I like what I see. I like what I see. Now, there's a lot of rumors at the defensive tackle and defensive line position because we got so many injuries there. There's a lot of rumors swirling that the reason they drafted so many defensive linemen and doubled down and tripled down at the tackle position, and in undrafted free agency, they grabbed a one or two more, that we'll talk about at a later date, that, they're worried about Christian Wilkins and Malcolm Kuntz and everybody else on the defensive line coming back from injuries. Let's be honest, even Max Crosby. So, but his fears were warranted. That's why he drafted those people. Because if you draft 5 of them, draft 2 or 3 of them, then you get undrafted free agency another 2 or 3, whatever the number is, I'll look at it later. But if you get one starter out of those 4 or 5 drafted, there you go. If you get 2, that's a 50% percentage possibly. That's great. And they don't have to be starters. They could be quality backups. But that's really good. I like what John Spytek and everybody did. I really do. And they're still saving that $35, $38 million on cap space. I told you, Mark Davis wants to do that. But that being said, was Tom Brady in the draft room? I don't know. Did you guys see him? But he's getting credit everywhere. There's been a lot of video reporters grading the draft. A lot of people are grading the Raiders as a B. I've seen a couple A's. And then there's been a lot of articles and stuff online where they're like, oh, Tom Brady really helped the Raiders out. Tom Brady didn't even vouch for Shedeur Sanders because he knows better. And everybody's getting the credit except Mark Davis. Tom Brady's bigger than the fucking team. But still, just some interesting questions that I have. And I like what John Spytek did through the draft in his first year. I mean, I really do. I really like what this team is doing. So we got big boys in the room that are handling their business. Regardless of all the online criticism that, oh my God, you could have had Shedeur, this and that. That's just Twitter noise. That's X noise. That's all bullshit noise. But I do know Shedeur had it in his heart that he wanted to play for the Raiders. He wore outfits of silver and black. He had shoes and stuff made silver and black in his home videos during draft weekend. So, I don't know. He had his hopes up. But I hope for the best for him with the Steelers. I do want a good outcome. I think he might have been humbled a little bit. And I think that's good for him. It's always good when people get humbled. I've been humbled so many times in my life and reminded that I'm nothing. So it's okay. But I love what the Raiders did in the draft. And I grade the draft an A. Because for the first time in many years, I understand every bit of it. I just wanted to know your thoughts on the draft. If you feel a different something in the air tonight, I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh, Lord. The Raiders been waiting for some big boys for all this time. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Do, 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 do. Ashton Jetty will break tackles all night long. Oh, Lord. We got players like Jack Best with the heart of a lion. Oh, Lord. The Raiders are coming, AFC West, you better beware. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Boom, 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 boom. You always got to have a drum solo twice. All right, Raider Nation. Just wanted to leave some quick thoughts with you guys. Hopefully you had a good time. Let me know how you're doing in life. Life is hard. Life is strange. Life is tough. But life is beautiful. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay blessed, stay Raider. And I'm looking forward to this football season. I think we turned a corner. We might not see it this year, but I think we turned a corner in terms of an organization and a franchise. Lay down the cement. Build the building. Go to the heights. Love y'all.